Hey everybody, this is Josh the 98 Know It All coming to you live on Tuesday, October 23rd. It is the 23rd, and it is game one of the World Series tonight. Boston Red Sox taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. They are starting in Boston because Boston has the best record in baseball. And man, I just cannot believe that we are finally here. The season is just at the most 7 games away from being done, and I can't believe it. I'm a little sad that everything's finishing up for the baseball season for 2018. In fact, fall ball for all the local colleges pretty much ended this last couple days. They've got a couple little practices for a few teams, but that's it. Fall league has a few more weeks left, and it'll be done. It's baseball's done for the year, and it's kind of sad. We got the hot stove coming up, so that's exciting. Going to be an interesting winter for the hot stove, but once again, it is the 2018 World Series, and these are my thoughts and my predictions. And I will be completely honest with you. I wanted to do the show about 2 hours ago, but I couldn't decide who I was going to pick to win the World Series. I kept flipping back and forth. Even as I'm talking now, I'm still in limbo exactly who I'm going to pick. But once I say it, I'm going to stick with it, which is why I'm also stalling right now because I don't want to say who I'm picking. But you know what? It's time. So for the 2018 World Series, I am picking and going with the Boston Red Sox to win the series in 6. I have them winning it in 6, could go 7, and to be honest with you, like I said, bouncing back and forth, I'm about 51% Boston, 49% LA. That's really how close it is. I know Boston had a better season. LA came out, they're kind of the underdogs to begin with, but LA was here last year. They went 7 games against an amazing Astros team. I think they have a deep enough lineup to win the World Series, and I think that their entire offense, their entire team is so versatile that they can do so much not only at the National League ballpark but also the American League ballpark. They can be creative more than a lot of normal teams. But at the same time, I also think that Boston is very flexible in what they can do as well, moving guys around, bouncing things around. I think of all the American League teams, they really are the best suited to play in a National League ballpark. They have guys who can bounce to multiple positions. Mookie Betts is a tremendous outfielder, but he can jump into second base. You get guys who can bounce around. Now, nothing like the Dodgers. I mean, the Dodgers have Chris Taylor, who came up as a shortstop in the Mariners organization. He can play second. He can play third. He can play left field and make amazing catches like he did in Game 6 of the, actually it was Game 7 of the championship series. You have Bellinger, who can play center field as good as almost any center fielder, and they can step into first base and be a Gold Glover there, really with his talent, his ability. So you have guys who can move anywhere. Kike Hernandez can move anywhere. There's a ton of guys who are very versatile. So that helps the Dodgers, and that's why I think the series will go at least 6, if not the full 7. It's because of that versatility the Dodgers have. But Boston's just a great team. They are just a great team. And I picked early on from the very beginning, I said, whichever team came through the American League would be my pick to win the World Series. And I'm sticking with that. I did not think it'd be Boston. I honestly think New York would have the best chance of knocking them off. They didn't. I thought the Astros would have a good shot at knocking them off. They couldn't do it. So Boston's my pick to win the World Series. If LA wins, I'm going to love that just as much. I know Kelly, if LA wins, he'll go crazy. He'll be celebrating for a while. But it's just, for me, Boston is a dangerous team. Milwaukee was dangerous for LA and took them the whole way. And I think Boston is even more so. I think Boston is just a terrific team. Now, they do have flaws. I think David Price on the mound, although he is a great pitcher and he can pitch great in the playoffs, is still a question mark. Chris Sale, I think he's going to be tremendous. But, you never know. He's coming off that little stomach illness, and that can affect you. It can affect you for a few days, and hopefully he's fine, because I want to see Chris Sale at his best in the World Series, just like I want to see Clayton Kershaw at his best and that's why tonight's going to be a fun game. I know everybody's talking about one of the best matchups of all time, pitching wise for a World Series game, and honestly, on paper, yeah, I think it is one of the best of all time. Sale versus Kershaw, but I'd rather them say that after the game when we see the results instead of coming in and saying, "Oh, look at these two guys are great. It's going to be a great game." It doesn't go that way all the time. In fact, it rarely goes that way. But honestly, if tonight is a 1-0, 2-1 ball game where maybe it was a solo home run or a 2-run home run that ended up winning the game, that'd be fun for me. I think that'd be a great game. We're going to see probably a lot of strikeouts. Probably going to be a lot of strikeouts, at least from Sale. Hopefully Kershaw's got his curveball going and he'll go crazy. And, a lot of people keep talking about the whole Kershaw in the playoffs, how he's, not as good, not as dominant. And that's true. I mean, that's true. But you know what? He's still Clayton Kershaw. He's still got an amazing curveball, still has command, still an amazing ace on the mound. So you can't just say, oh, well, Kershaw's on the mound and it's playoffs, he's not going to do very good. Now, he's still a great pitcher, still one of the greatest of all time, one of the probably 3 to 5 greatest left-handers of all time. Just off the top of my head, I think of Randy Johnson, you got Koufax, of course, and I'm sure there's one or two other guys that just not popping in my head right now, but Kershaw's in that discussion for best left-handed pitcher of all time. Easily top 5 in my opinion. His ERA is just amazing considering the fact that this really is the home run and era where guys give up home runs all the time. He's going to keep his ERA at 2.1 or 2.2 for his career. It's unbelievable. So, he's Clayton Kershaw. He is what he is. The Dodgers have a great offense behind him, a great set of skill players that can cover a lot of ground in the outfield, great defense in the infield. So, it's not going to be an easy series. People are talking about Boston sweeping the Dodgers, and what, if that happens, that's going to be really crazy in my opinion, because these teams, although Boston may be the stronger team, they're pretty evenly matched. There's a lot of things going right for both teams. So I don't see a sweep. I wouldn't bet on that in any way, shape, or form. I would bet 6 games at least, maybe a 7, because I just think these two teams are going to be fighting it out pretty hard. And once again, I got Boston to win it, and for my World Series MVP, I'm going to go Mookie Betts. I think he's going to get hot. I think he's going to be a big reason why the Red Sox win. And, it's hard to pick against someone like Mookie Betts when it comes to winning a World Series MVP, that type of stuff. But we've seen in the past that World Series MVPs aren't always the best players. It's just the player who did the right thing at the right time throughout the series. And that's been it's been a big key for a lot of teams who won the World Series. So Boston in 6, but you know what? If LA wins it in 6 or LA wins it in 7 or Boston in 7, wouldn't surprise me one bit. Like I said, I am 51% Boston, 49% LA. I just don't know. This is going to be a great matchup. I'm more excited about this World Series than probably any World Series in the last 10 years, except for maybe when Kansas City won it all, because I really want to see them win it all. That was a team that I was rooting for. But, given that I'm a Mariners fan, I haven't seen my team even in the playoffs since I've been, 20 years old pretty much. I would like to see, just a good World Series. I just want to see 2 teams go at it. Honestly, I may root for LA a little bit, but I'm just going to enjoy the game. I'm just going to enjoy the games, have fun, watch baseball, and go into mourning once the series is over, because I'll have to wait another 4 months until baseball is back. So a little sad about that. But guys, once again, that's my prediction. I've got Boston in 6, Mookie Betts as the World Series MVP, and I'm hoping tonight's going to be a great matchup. So guys, I'm Josh, the 90 Know-It-All. Have a good day.